Hey guys, what it is yo girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the Draw My Life prison wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice. Hoping, because you got to hold your breath for justice. To see justice before our face to blink. Yes, hiss your girl Cadillac. Anyways, guys, I am coming through today, September the 2nd, 2025. Yes. Okay, so first, I want to tell you guys that I did recently, I am working on trying to fine tune my channel. Girl, you know I am torn with this channel. I want to delete it off the face of YouTube because it's not doing what I envisioned it would do. And by it being in existence, it's something that just calls me to it. But I would never do it. That rhymed and I was not trying, girl. But I would never delete this YouTube because it is my process. It is the process of everything that I have been going through in my life. Basically, the biggest project, like Miss Latoya Okia said, in your life is going to be yourself. Fixing you, working on you, getting a closer relationship with God. That is you. That's you. That's your whole being. Getting to know you and getting to heal, like the healed version of you and things like that. So this channel is history, right? It's my history. It's what I've been through. So if one day, God willing, I am actually what I deem successful, this channel will be proof of where I started. My point A to point B. And I realized, I found out the hard way that there are so many points between point A and B. There's a million and one points getting from point A to point B. But this will be proof. This will be, so this could be where my testimony actually lies. So I do want to start doing some other projects. I do separate my channels. I have other channels. So this channel was strictly supposed to be devoted to prison wife life. It started on the basis of trying to break my husband's story through something I call Project Reach the World. My Project Reach the World is 20 years old. That is me trying to break the wrongful conviction story of my husband through using the means that I have. What's in your hand? What's in your hand, Moses? Keita, what's in your hand? Art. Art is in my hand. Creativity is in my head, in my hand, like with the pencil and stuff like that. So I write, do poetry, did hair pieces, like hair sculptures. I did some of everything to try to just get attention to my husband's wrongful conviction story. Okay, so he has about 10 more years of wrongful conviction time to do. And because it has been over 20 years that I have been trying to break his story, reality set in to me that if you can't break a story in 20 years, what the jail makes you think you will break this story before 10 more years have lapsed? So what will happen is 10 more years will have lapsed, and I would have fought 10 more years to bring him home. And he would have come home in the same exact time that if I had took several seats when he was wrongfully incarcerated and just sat down and just, did what everybody else does, just leave and kind of fade to the black, fall out of their life while they're doing their time, and then possibly come back when he's about to come home. Same results, different routes, but I'm at the same place. He's still coming home in the same time. So I have been doing some like soul searching, realizing I have to do other things. I have so many other talents, so many other parts of me. So I'm a cluttered person. So I try to put everything on this channel, my vlogging, my prison wife life, my actually when I get in there talking about prison reform and wrongful convictions, my art, I attempted to fuse all those things together. But I did realize that one, I think my channel is so old and it has not worked that YouTube gave up hope on me. But I do also think that they are kind of, not on my side because of what I'm talking about. And that is not when you're talking about issues, they only want mainstream topics and they want the point of view, the POV from the mainstream. So because my POV is alternative, it is telling you that, hey, it ain't really like you think it is, girl. They're not going to promote that like that. And if they do, it's going to be very difficult. And the other route is you got to kind of bury your real intent inside of other content. Oh, girl, that rhymed and I wasn't trying. So if I am trying to break my husband's wrongful conviction story, I can't just hammer you with that. I got to hide it and kind of nest it inside of other aspects and other things. And that's what I attempted to do, which I gave it. In 2020, I was finna delete my channel anyway. And then I went walking. I was mad. It was the shutdown. I had just graduated graphic design school and thought that was my new beginning, which it was not. It was graduate college and then boom. So I went walking and I was so mad. I'm like, I'm just deleting all of this. I've just been wasting my time. Nobody wants to hear this story. And nobody cares if he's free. I'm about the only one that cares. It's only bothering me. So if I could just let this go, nobody really would care, right? It would be an issue just gone, right? I'm the only one keeping this alive. And so I was irritated and I heard a voice say, I went walking around the block and I heard a voice tell me to try one more time. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to try one more time. But this is it. This is it. Like, really. Like Michael Jackson, this is it. And I said, I will try, but I'm going to try the right way. I'm going to try to learn. I'm going to try to, because there's got to be a right way to do this. And I got to be doing it the wrong way. Like Keith Sweat said, it's a right and a wrong way to do YouTube. It got to be a right and a wrong way. And I got to be doing the wrong way because it ain't working, right? So I attempted to try to learn strategies and learn the way you really should be doing it. I've had a lot of opposition. It's been so hard dealing with limited Wi-Fi. My service area, even if I'm not on Wi-Fi, my phone service don't work everywhere, like around in our area, which I found some research on how that could be possibly, allegedly, for entertainment purposes, purposeful, that they put less. It's like environmentalism is what they call it. That you will pay more for less quality of services than you would in other affluent neighborhoods, meaning that they can do online schooling and online training and working from home with much better ease than other communities. So I don't know if that's what's at play, but girl, it is very hard to use my service or my Wi-Fi. So that has been challenging. The other challenging is keeping a device. I just got a new device, but that storage goes like this. It's hard as you're recording to upload. Like it takes a long time to upload longer videos. And then also your storage on your phone ends up getting clogged up really quickly, and then you do not have any storage. And that's where I was going to try to rely on, because I didn't want to stop the flow of my channel. I was going to rely on lives, which I don't understand how people do. I watch a lot of lives, and their lives be crispy. Their sound don't be like popping in and out. Their lives are never pixelated. So I don't know why my lives are like that. Like I can't even take you with me live, like when we go to all the different places I go, because when I push live, most times it comes out pixelated. So my workaround was finding certain sweet spots that I would find around my town that I know I get good or decent internet service. And then I would have to go up to the library. Even sometime when they're closed, their Wi-Fi works from the outside of the building. And I would go up there to quickly upload, because in the house it could take 2 to 3 hours before the video uploads. I have done a lot, like a lot. But I know you can't really see it from it doesn't look like it. So I don't know. Like the evidence doesn't show that I've done a lot. Oh, I love that. Y'all know I'm on that justice tip. So the evidence does not show that I've done a lot, but I really have. And I don't know. So a couple years back, broke my channel into different target audiences. So this is specifically, so if you think all I talk about is prison and prison wife life, and that's because this is the target audience on this. That's who I'm trying to reach, but I don't seem to be reaching my people, my tribe. I'm not reaching the people that I need, like the ones that are there for reform and stuff like that. But a lot of people say YouTube is the slow cooker. It doesn't just pop like that. So possibly that's why it's also good to not get rid of the channel, because I don't know the future like that. I can perceive and I think and I make hypotheses of I've done it this long that it won't do, but I don't know, truly know, right? So I have a specific channel just talking about the issues I deal with being a legally blind artist and disabled artist, basically, because I have severe carpal tunnel and arthritis. And legally blind, which makes it very, very challenging to be an artist, because those are all the things you don't need as an artist. Those are all the things that will hinder you as an artist and a creative. And they have hindered me my whole life. My injuries, my disabilities have held me back so much. They don't stop me because I'm going to fight. If y'all know me from the channel, you know I don't give up. I don't give up. So, though they have been like those spikes they throw out in the street, like when the officers are trying to stop a car, that's what they've been doing in my life, like cutting me off, stopping me, breaking me down, right? Because then them tires blow and they break the little Cadillac down, girl. But yes, that's what these disabilities have done. And they have limited me in my earning potential, because they, instead of being able to make my money through creative means, it makes me have to keep a 9-to-5, which the 9-to-5 not only hurts and injures me further, but it's the only thing that pays my bills, right? It also takes my time away, a lot of time. It gives me back a little bit of pay, barely enough to survive, right? So I have a whole channel separately where I'm just drawing, telling the issues of dealing with the disabilities, and that's it on that channel. I started a specific channel because I was like, well, this channel is the only one that's further along, so I was going to make this only my vlogs. Like basically it could be prison wife vlogs, it could be any type of life vlogs, because I like to show y'all what I'm doing and stuff like that, and show y'all that I'm a person outside of just, because people see idiot when they see prison wife, that anything negative is what they stereotypically believe a prison wife to be. You're all of the above. You're all of the above. And it's not true. I've met so many brilliant wonderful prison wives, and that was the attempt to show that. So I was like, this might just stay a vlogging channel, right? um and just showed that. But I needed to clear off because I can't stop advocating for Marcello. I mean, I'm gonna fight to the end. My mother actually said that before she passed away wrongfully. I was like, Mom, it's been too long. She was like, no, Kita, I think you're gonna stay to the end. And I'm like, no, Ma, it has really been way too long. And she's like, no, you're gonna stay to the end. And I'm like, well, how's she know that, girl? So, yeah. So I got a special channel specifically. It's called hashtag Free Marcello. That channel is supposed to be only advocating for Marcello, so I could separate it. So those that don't care or want to constantly hear about Marcello, it could be over there. And then if you are there for that, then fine, you're on the right channel. And then I think I did one that it was going to be me and my daughter doing something together. But my focus, it is so hard for me to break my focus off of this channel and head to the other channels. I also have my TikTok, which the TikTok, because people were growing so much more rapidly on TikTok and able to talk about these don't speak about topics like I'm talking about. I thought that strategy would work to go over to TikTok, and I got to almost 1,000, and I kind of just was like, it's not working. So I'm at like 900 and something. So I might go back over there, but I'm really trying to just hone in on the target audience on each platform. If you ain't there for that, like I realized on Facebook, my real community who really know me, my family, my friends, people that know me in real true life, don't want to hear about Marcello. They never wanted to help from the beginning, and I don't know what would make me think years later they would say one day, I want to help her get him free. No, they don't want to look at petitions, they don't want to sign petitions, but they don't mind when it's a birthday, when I'm sharing a picture of my grandchildren, when I'm so that's the target audience there. So I have to realize what platform is for what place is for what, and I'm trying to fine tune that. So I really need to get more into my art. And then I also had a channel where I was basically talking about, because I really do believe that I fit that description of chosen one, chosen for a purpose. But see, I don't claim it, and not that I don't claim it, but I don't proclaim it everywhere because I'm still in the phases. God just pulled the whatever off my eyes to let me see at 40 what was truly really wrong, and what he started revealing what a lot of my visions and dreams and things meant back in the past, because he gave them to me when I was young, but I didn't know what they were. A lot of them scared me, but now as I live, I'm starting to realize what he actually. Okay, I done went too long. I was too long-winded. I'm gonna have to go. So I'm gonna let this upload here. And what's so crazy, I got completely off track because I was supposed to give you, well, that's your girl Cadillac, always off track. But I was supposed to give you the story time about Bizzo. This weekend, I have been so exhausted. I did so much, cramming so much into the weekend. And now, being the day that I go back to work, it's Tuesday morning. And it's time to return back to work. And I feel so much self-guilt behind. Basically, I already feel so far behind in my life because I've spent too much of my life chasing dreams that I feel like the other aspects of my life are behind. And because I live my life behind, according to man, really. And that's what I got to let go. I could be right on schedule according to God. This is where I need work. This is where, okay, but feeling that I am so far behind in my life. I'm 44. I'll be 45 because we're no time, no age, no time. Soon, well, next year, but soon because it's right around the corner. And I feel like I should be so much further along. This is not the life I envisioned for myself at 44. So because I'm so far behind, it's hard for me to take a break and do things that I enjoy doing or want to do. That anything that I feel like is frivolous because, or just recreational, or just taking time with family, that also will put me in that phrase, that mind frame where I feel self-guilt. Like, how could you really be taking time for this when, and it almost sometimes feels like wasted time, but that's the wrong word to use, wasted, because it's not wasted. That's actually what really matters in life, more than just grinding and paying bills and going to work. That matters more. But this is meant to take you off your focus from your purpose, right? Just barely surviving and surviving in survival mode. That's the way so I go into self-guilt because I'm like, you spent all that time doing this, and this, and now you're behind. You didn't do this, and this, right? What you really, like your deadline things or your paperwork or your to-do list that never freaking got darn ends. And that's what I was feeling. And I wanted to do a video about it, but I might have to do it after work now. But it's hard to cut yourself some slack. I cut Cadillac no slack. Honestly, I beat myself up. That's why anything you may say, whatever bad comments you leave, I probably already told myself that. So it's not much of anything new you're telling me. But yeah, I rambled. I didn't even get on topic, but that's how I am. That's why this channel just should be a free flow channel right here. Really, kind of a pot of, if it don't fit on the other channels, it just go here. But anyways, I do feel like I'm gonna do a little bit better because now, instead of doing the lives that's pixelated, I can record and upload for the moment until this phone, God forbids, gets broken or gets overloaded with content. All right, and endless pictures of my little grandbaby and everywhere we go and stuff. But I gotta get ready for work. Work to live to work, hustle hard until it hurts. Work my fingers down to the bone. And once I pay my bills, or barely pay them, it ain't nothing to come home with. It's your girl Cadillac. I'll talk to y'all later.